Hi, everyone, and welcome to this year's open house video, school year of 21-22. My name is Mrs. Courtney Booz, and I'm going to take a couple minutes to introduce you to who I am and the classes I teach. So I'm going to share a PowerPoint with you guys just like I would if we were back in school, and just kind of take you through this here. Make it bigger for you. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, I actually graduated from Melbourne High School in 2009. Then I went to UCF and got my bachelor's in English Language Arts Education. I then got my master's in educational leadership. My husband is actually a guidance counselor on campus as well, Mr. Booz, and together we have two daughters, one 4 and one 10 months old. My professional teaching certificates are English 6 through 12, ESOL endorsed, and then educational leadership K through 12. First and foremost, I want to talk about technology this year because it's so important with everything going on. That should a student be sent home on quarantine, or should they find themselves falling ill and not being at school, technology plays such an important role in the classroom, especially in this day and age where colleges and online school in general is becoming a new trend. So your students have a hard copy of a sheet that they were given the very first week of school called their online required resources page. And it is also posted to their Google Classroom. And I have additional hard copies in my class always available. This sheet very explicitly outlines the things that I'm about to go over quickly here. That all students should have Focus, and parents can also have a Focus account to check grades. In addition, I will be updating Google Classroom on a daily and weekly basis. And this is mainly my platform where quarantine students must be checking here for assignments and posted directions. I post really explicit and detailed instructions so students that are at home don't feel like they've missed as much if they're stuck at home for whatever reason. So please get in the habit, students and parents, encouraging your students of checking that Google Classroom if you are out especially. Everyone has a student Outlook account. That account gives you access to both an email address and it gives you access to other Microsoft documents such as Word and Excel. So I strongly recommend that you guys use that. For my AP language class, we are going to be using the College Board and AP Classroom website. So students have a special access code to get in there. And then explicitly for my English 1 students, I don't think I clearly said this before, but on my first slide, I apologize. I teach 4 classes, Pre-AP English 1, English 1 Honors, AP Language and Composition, and Creative Writing. So I apologize for not saying that clearly first. I'm a little bit all over the place. So these last 3 things right here, the online textbook through Launchpad, Turnitin.com, and No Red Ink are things that are really explicitly for my English classes, not necessarily creative writing. But all 3 of these websites, students should have individual class codes to get them into the site and under the correct class that they belong. And they'll see that all of these resources will be utilized on a regular basis. Things that you guys should know going into this school year, especially for my English 1 freshman students, I want to say that the #1 reason that I see students in general are not successful in my class is from either not turning in their work or not turning it in on time. So I feel like it's really important to just stress the importance of organization, keeping a planner, and just keeping track of those due dates. Those late points that students would start to see roll in right here. The 5 points off for every day an assignment is late. Essentially, students cannot turn in late work in any of my classes without a penalty. And so those will really start to haunt a student's grade should you not be on top of due dates. So in my classroom, I keep a calendar whiteboard. My entire whiteboard on my back wall is dedicated to a weekly calendar where I post what we're doing each day. I also post due dates. I post unit essential questions on the board. And on top of that, Google Class has a calendar function as well. So essentially what I'm getting at for all of my classes, organization is key. You really want to make sure you're staying on top of those due dates. Should you guys need to reach me, parents or students, email is always the best and most efficient way to reach me. As you can see right here, just like every other teacher here on campus, our emails are lastname.firstname@brevardschools.org. Even if I'm teaching throughout the day, depending on what my students are doing, I'm more inclined to get back to you quickly via email versus phone call, which has to wait until the end of the day. But if you need to reach me by phone, that is the school number right here. And then my extension is 24567. So I think that's just about everything in a shortened and abbreviated little intro video here. Please ask your students to view if you have not already. They were sent home during the first week. You have a detailed course outline for each course that maps out exactly what we are going to cover throughout the course of the year in every class. And each class has their own individual course syllabus. And then, of course, the online required resources page. Also, all 3 documents are posted to Google Classroom as well. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my name is Mrs. Booz, and I am located in Building 1, room 228, and I look forward to working with you all this year. Have a great night.